Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll show the speeded up process of making this dip pen doodle. If you watched previous videos where I doodled with a dip pen and ink, this process was pretty similar. I made the hand-drawn letters without penciling them in first. I just drew the letters, outlined the letters, and didn't worry too much that they were wonky or a little bit off. I did plan where to put the letters in terms of which words are going to appear in which line, but once I got the letters down, I doodled all over the page as I normally would. So since in previous videos I already talked quite a bit about dip pens and ink and doodling in this fashion, I thought that in this video I'll talk about something a little bit different. I was really pleased to see this doodle featured in Wheezy Waiter's 5 Reasons to Be Alive Today video. I'll leave a link in the description to Wheezy's video. In case you don't know 5 Reasons to Be Alive Today or Wheezy Waiter, his channel is pretty funny, and the 5 Reasons to Be Alive Today videos are about things to be grateful for, positive things going on in the world, and just happy things. So I thought I'd talk about 5 things I love about making art and doodling specifically. One thing I love about doodling is that it's very simple. I mean, all you need is a pen and paper, and you don't have to learn it. You don't have to spend a lot of time before you're any good at it. You can just start doing it and enjoy it from the first doodle you ever make. It's also not expensive, and it doesn't take expensive materials and tools. So for example, with watercolor, you're probably better off buying good watercolors and good watercolor paper, or there are some hobbies that are pretty expensive to maintain. But if you don't go overboard in terms of how many art supplies you buy, you really should be fine with just a fine liner pen and inexpensive paper. And number 2 is the contrast. I love the contrast of black ink on white paper or very dark ink. The lines are just so strong and striking, and that's something I can't get my head around for some reason. I just love that contrast between the lines and the paper. Number 3 is that it's very relaxing. So for me, doodling is a way to disconnect from thoughts or anxieties or anything that's stressing me out at that time and just stop thinking and take a break for a while. And just doodling for a while is very relaxing for me and allows my head to sort of disconnect and meditate for a little while just by drawing a few lines. The 4th thing I love about doodling is it's sort of like a gateway drug. So once you start doodling, you realize that you can try new tools. You can try dip pens, you can try acrylic paint, you can try watercolor and brushes and brush pens, and it sort of gives you permission to start making art and experiment with different kinds of art. So if you're afraid of making art, doodling is a really great way to get into it without it being too intimidating in terms of, will I be good at this, or I don't know how to draw, or all of those fears. So doodling takes away a lot of those fears because it's pretty random and it's not supposed to look like anything from reality. It's just a bunch of simple shapes on the paper. And the 5th and final thing I love about doodling is the community. So through doodling and through sharing my doodles on YouTube and on Instagram, I've met a bunch of wonderful people, either people who have been doodling alongside me or people who practice other types of art and inspire me to try different types of art. It's really been a wonderful experience for me to meet all of these people and to engage and talk about their work and my work. I really love having that sense of community through the internet, and I'm really grateful for that. So those have been my 5 reasons that I'm grateful for doodling. I'd really love to hear what 5 things you're grateful for with any art that you pursue or that you'd like to pursue. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, share on social media, and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I will see you next time.